Good evening. I don't know what time it is here. It's probably like 9 p.m. here in the Midwest. Um, I was inspired to do a quick video. The video, basically, the reason why is because people think that their spell is made on me. I don't know. Think that in a stagnant, which I'm not. I just don't feel like. I have to be inspired. If I'm not inspired, I'm not gonna do a video. Um, Also, I don't want people to get sick of me. To be honest with you, I don't want to do too many. I don't want to overdo it. There's a such thing like the Buddhists, you can't do too much and you can't do too little. You try to stay in the middle. Bring yourself back to center. So this is where I am with this case, with my case. Um, Basically, I am waiting to see what happens in the courts and all that. But like I know a lot of this is because it runs from my dad's side of the family. I think I don't know how much of my mother's side is involved in all this. From what I think, what I thought was the truth or whatever, it's like it's kind of flipped a little bit until like now it's all on my father's side. Somebody who I thought is close related to me. I thought she was something else, but she turns out to be like a cousin, second cousin. But I don't know how it all ties in. I don't know why it became such a big deal, and I don't know how long they've been doing, or like I don't know what the hell these people do. I don't know about harvesting energy. I don't understand why they do it, and how I don't really want to know. Some people say I should learn the dark things, the dark magic, but for what? I don't believe. I won't. It's not that I don't believe in it. I just don't. I know what I believe in, and I know that the higher power of God defeats anything. So I don't worry. You know what I'm saying? People are like, "Oh, well, cleanse your house, take a shower, do this, do that, cleanse yourself, use the incense, Palo Santo, blah 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 blah." I just pray. I pray a shitload. I play certain music, Arabic music, or the Lord's Prayer. I do a lot of things, like to soothe me, to calm me down. If I feel any kind of anxiety, any kind of sadness, depression, because most of the time it's not really my emotions. I think I finally realized after all my life, I've realized that these are other people's emotions. They could be my family members, they could be my children, they could be relatives, they could be exes, karmics. It could be like it's like I feel like everybody's emotion right now. Like everybody that's involved in this situation, it's like I'm even the opposite. I'm feeling like everybody's fucking energy. Sometimes it makes me cry, and sometimes I'm just like I detach from it. I'm like I don't want to feel that because it's not mine, it's theirs, and because I know I haven't done anything wrong, and I still don't wish bad upon anybody. I still don't. I won't. That's not Christ-like. You know what I mean? It's just it would be then I would be a hypocrite up here, and I would be not living as close as I can to Christ-like. You know what I mean? So I still pray for these people. I do. So all these people that are involved, like between the judges, the lawyers, I don't know how the hell they convince these people to do this kind of activity. I don't know where these people think, especially these people that are with education, degrees in the judicial system, like the lawyers, the judges, the police, the law enforcement, whatever. This corruption. Oh, I don't know how far it goes up to the government. The point is that how much money was offered? What makes a person think that they're never going to get caught? I guess since I was a kid, I was punished pretty harsh for stealing or doing anything bad, which I didn't steal because my mom fucking put my hand over a fucking flames, like in the stove. And basically that scared the shit out of me, like she was going to burn my hands. So that's the last time, And then I didn't do it again until I hit my 50s when I went homeless, But I admitted to that crap. And it was like stupid shit like art supplies and things to eat like canned food from like the Dollar General and Walmart. I don't do it though. I don't do it no more. And I stopped back then. I stopped a while back ago. there's food stamps, there's food pantries and things like that. So it was unnecessary. I mainly did it for art supplies to draw art crafts. Like, it was something to keep myself busy while I was homeless, broke, and poor. Well, I still am, but that's a good one. Anyways, but the mind frame is different. See, I'm not at the same mind frame I was back then. I mean, back then I just took it as defeat, and I let it set in, and I let my mind think that I was defeated. So now I'm at a different mind frame. I know that I'm not defeated, and I know that I'm making it through this, and I'm climbing little by little. But I'm doing it. I'm not giving up, and it's a process. Sometimes it could take 5-10 years for me to buy a house or something, but I'm willing to go for it. I don't care what else I got to lose, right? So there's just knowing to be patient. Patience probably been the hardest thing I've ever had to learn in my life is patience, because I never had it. Because I grew up with people that didn't have it, and people that were always pissed off at the world and pissed off at us children for not listening and fucking having ADHD, back then when we weren't even diagnosed. And so just fucking flying off the wall because our house was so chaotic. It was so crazy. It was like constant yelling, arguing, cursing, fist fighting. It was just alcoholic coming home. You just name it. So it's hard to concentrate. So I think sometimes I lack that sometimes, But I'm getting so much better than I ever thought. And all I have is faith. And that's all I need. And my confidence of myself, I really don't give a shit what people think about me. I don't care if people think, well, you should already be at this and this and this level. I'll be at the level that I need to be. Don't fucking tell me where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't tell people shit about themselves, about their lives, unless they attack or say something stupid. Then I will attack back, I guess, to a certain extent. I'm calming down on that shit too. I'm trying to bring more peace and love and staying away from confrontations and letting people set me off, because I know it's part of that stupid witchery or their spells or their magic or whatever. Oh, so it's like they say, if you don't partake in the stupidest, magic and the devil ways, and the devil gets bored and leaves or moves on, or knows it can't get an a razzle dazzle. It can't get like me to get excited about it or get upset, because that's what it's trying to do, is trying to get me upset, trying to get me to respond in a negative way. So who loses out? I'm the one that looks bad. So I just decided not to partake in any more unnecessary battles within texting. Anyways, posting. So the case, I don't know what's going on. Honestly, I let it go, because I think that once you think of the thought and you already see it happening and you just let it go. I've learned to let it go. I think about it, but not as much. Oh, I'm not waiting on it. Right now, I'm doing my own thing. I'm plotting and planning. I'm plotting my future. I wouldn't say plotting as far as seeds. Planting, I should say, the seeds to grow. But basically, I don't know. I'm just at a calmness right now, and I don't feel the urge to be expressing myself as much. Maybe I will. I mean, it's because it's not that I'm not inspired. It's not that I don't have ideas and things that I want to talk about. I just don't want to be, what's the word for it? I don't want to do too much. I don't want to get on people's fucking nerves, I mean, not that I really give a fuck, but I even get tired of myself. You understand what I'm saying? I get tired of myself, so I figure people would get tired of me too. But anyways, this case, this whole thing, this whole situation, somebody brought up a good point recently, is that I probably would have never found out about any of this shit if I wasn't being harassed. Like when I started getting gang stalked, and I started getting people approached for, just like coming and trying to meet me and the Carmack at the time. and people were like constantly drawn to us and stuff like that, and the intuition feeling that I would get, the gut feeling would tell me that something wasn't right. And then when the karmic said, somebody had said something about that there was a price on somebody's head, and that's where it started. When he said something like that, somebody told him off the street that there was a price on somebody's head, and I'm like, well, whose head? And I thought it was his, because he's the one that was doing stupid shit before I met him, I mean, before we got together. But it turned out that he wouldn't answer me, and I would ask him, well, who is it? But he was like an expert in trying to make me paranoid all the time. Like, so it was hard for me to believe him or not, because he was always constantly trying to put fear in me. I mean, that was his way of controlling me, was putting fear, adding fear to my life, because I had never been in a relationship where I had to worry about somebody trying to hurt me at night or kill me or poison me or stalk me or get rid of me, because I didn't understand what the point was. I thought it was just that some organization wanted my organs or wanted to sex traffic me for money. That's what I thought. But then it all went around, it probably was a little bit of everything, honestly. Like, I don't know how much everybody is what's the word for it? How everybody is connected, but somehow I bet they are all connected. It's just that stuff started opening my eyes, and just the gut feeling was like constantly like, I don't know if you've ever had like your intuition hurt you so bad to the point where your nerves, like you're so nervous, like something's going to happen, or you're just so nervous to go do something, or, like to stand in front of people and speak. It was like that kind of nerve, that I started thinking, well, there's something ain't right here. But I never would have thought that the karmic, my man at the time, would have been the one behind it. Would have been the one that was plotting too, like that probably is the most, besides my family. Of course, my family hurt me, but it hurt me more because I trusted this person more than anything in the world. This person was my best friend. This person we've known since we were 10 years old. Even though we got together 30-something years later off of Facebook. That's how we got together, off of Facebook. He found me and sent me he called me on the phone, actually on Messenger, off of Facebook. And that's how we hooked up. And then he didn't have the money to come see me in the Midwest, so I went back home to a little town in El Paso, Texas, and I went there and met up with him, and he was ill. He didn't look so good. He had liver problems. He said he didn't want to die alone, so as a friend, I went down there because I figured nobody should die alone. If he was sick or ill. So I came down, and he was like a skinny, scrawny little man, but within like a month or two, he gained like 30 pounds. I was cooking for him and stuff like that, and he gained weight, and he healed, and he started looking better, and he didn't have any more liver problems, because your liver can, what's the word for it? It can regenerate. And so therefore he started healing, and everything started going good, and this and that for like a year or two. But I think after he started looking good, he thought that, and women started noticing him that, he can go off and do whatever the fuck he wanted. He just should have let me know, and I would have just been on my way. So basically, you never know who's going to betray you. Unfortunately, in this world, we take chances every day, trusting people that you think would never betray you, especially your own family, your own parents, your siblings, even your children. You just don't think. Because it takes me back to the Melendez brothers. Remember the Melendez brothers? It's like, there's just a lot of shit there. It's like, it's crazy. And like, I'm going to be honest with you. I have mourned and I have healed from it. But I think that it's too soon to say that I'm 100% healed from all this trauma that I've been through within the last 5 years. I'd be a liar to tell you that. There's still a lot of healing to do because of the fact that it was very traumatic for me. And when I look back to it, when I look back to it, I still think, wow, how the fuck did I put up with that? Why did I put up with that? What did I see in that person? Why would I hang out with this person? Why did I want to be around these people that this person wanted to be around? I mean, it was just like the drug had me, and I thought I was in love. It must have been a spell. Put a spell on me. But anyways, But after, like the abuse and like all the stuff that started attacking, see, I was not doing anything witchery or magic or any of that shit, but I didn't know he was doing it behind my back because I'm the type of person that goes to bed early. So this person could have been doing shit while I was asleep, going off for hours. How am I going to know if I'm fucking passed out of sleep? Sometimes I'm sure I almost know he gave me trizodones and things like that to knock me the fuck out so he could escape and go do his fucking nonsense. Because, I wouldn't be up to that shit and I would have fucking left him probably sooner if I would have known that. A lot of this stuff was hidden for a long time. So it's like I was living with a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because he would change. Swear to God, the minute the sun would go down, this person became like a demon. But at the time, I wasn't aware that much of demons and witches and warlocks and shit like that. I saw Harry Potter and The Craft and stupid movies like that, but Hocus Pocus. But to think that shit existed in real life, I didn't think, Maybe that was probably the naive part of me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I was just naive. But it did exist, and I did go through it. And in the beginning, I was scared. And then after a while, I was like, I'm not scared of shit. Because I read the Bible here and there, and I would be like, it specifically tells you if you have faith, you have nothing to worry about because you have to have faith. Without that, things can happen. Like these people, a lot of the reasons why these people are being attacked back and stuff like this, because number one, they don't believe in God or Jesus that came in the flesh, and they don't pray, and they're, of course, sending bad shit out to the universe, bad energy, and trying to steal, like vampires or whatever you want to call them, harvesting. They want to steal somebody's soul or energy, and it's just not right. To think that they're not going to get a karma is beyond stupidity. To think that you're not going to get it back, because you will. So, what was it? My whole thought. So the fact that in these 5 years I learned to fight, I want to say demonic forces, like spiritual dark forces. But I did it always by praying. I didn't do I love candles. Don't get me wrong. I love to burn just the smell of candles. I just love candles. And I like, because it calms me down. Incense is cool. But as far as doing spells and doing like that, if I light a candle, it's with a prayer. You understand? It's like with an innocent prayer. It's nothing to harm anybody or to wish bad upon anybody. It's nothing like that. I don't know. People can burn candles and incense all the time. There's nothing wrong with it if you're not using it for evil sayings and spells and stupid things like that. You know what I'm saying? But so while he was working on the dark side, I got closer to God. I was reading a lot more. I was watching more articles on YouTube or history channels, and I was more fascinated with that, like with Paul, Apostle Paul, and his letters got me. It still gets me. I seen the movie on him. I seen all these movies on most of the prophets, and I read about them. I'm still learning a lot. I don't know. I'm not like a person that knows a lot about the Bible. That I feel like I need to work on, and I'm working on it little by little. I ain't like these people that can tell you, Psalms, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not me. Maybe one day it will be. I don't know. I'm not saying I'll never be that way. I'm just not that, yet memorizing everything like that quite yet. Not that I'm saying I'm not trying to, because I do try to read it and try to learn it. I think what's going on right now, too, in the world is that people are seeking God. The world needs God, right? We have all these disasters happening out in the world. These, what are they, hurricanes? I don't know what's going on in California. But the point is that some people feel like the churches aren't doing it for them. Like when you go to church, you still don't feel that connection. And it's very important to feel a connection to the pastor, to the preacher, who's ever speaking. And if you don't have that, because this is what I don't like about church. I'm going to be telling you, and I'm not telling you not to go to church. But I feel like it's a facade. I feel like they go up there and they preach and they talk the talk, but they've memorized the Bible inside and out and the way they express it. But I feel like there's no feeling behind it. It's not authentic to me. Like, and I don't care how much they express it, how much they say it. I just don't believe them because I wonder if they've ever gone through anything. And I'm not saying that they've never gone through anything, any hardships in their life. It's just that they're all like prepped up or, they're not designed, but their image is a certain image that they expect to be, and it just isn't authentic to me. And the traditional way of doing it isn't cutting it for people because I feel like pastors and preachers and all them, I still feel like their heart is not as open. I feel like some of them don't have their hearts open. I feel like their hearts always have a wall. They're up there portraying themselves to be something, and I feel like there's no closeness. There's no heart to heart feeling with that. Like, and then you leave home and you go home and you're just back to your normal life. What did you really? Sometimes you'll feel the Holy Spirit. Sometimes, you'll get the chills in your body and you'll feel the Holy Spirit. But most of the time, you just go and listen to the message and you go home. Well, you could do that at home yourself with your own family or own group of friends or whatever you want to do. You could do it yourself at home. But that's my opinion. There needs to be more of a bond, I guess, a more authenticity, more realness when people speak. I want the word to be clear. That's my opinion. But anyways, I don't know what the message was, but it's out, and I'm about to go to bed. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll probably be posting another video tomorrow. I don't know. Did you know that somebody's MIA right now? There's a tarot card reader that's MIA that we haven't seen for a while. I hope he's all right. I'm praying for him. My thoughts are with him. I don't know where he is, what's going on, but my thoughts are with him, okay? I'm sending love to him and prayers. I don't know, whatever he's going through in life, I want him to make it out of whatever situation he's in, whatever depression. I don't know what he's going through. I'm not going to comment on what it is because I don't even know, but I feel something. I feel like something ain't right. Something's not right. I don't know. So I'm praying for him as a friend, and wishing him to be where he needs to be, what he needs to be doing, to make himself feel better. But it's all about what he feels inside for himself. Healing. That's what I pray for, healing for him. So have a great night, people, and God bless you all. And shalom, shalom, shalom. And I pray for you all too, sending you guys love and prosperity and abundance. Peace, people. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Amen, guys.